this country of particular concern, President Trump, Sheikh Gumi, I beg your pardon. President Trump did say a few things, like, if Nigeria doesn't address this issue, he's going to come in guns blazing and wipe out these jihadist terrorists, these jihadists that are killing Christians. Now, first, what is your immediate reaction to that? And do you think Christians are being killed, or is this a religious thing? Do you consider this, what's going on, genocidal?
Okay, it's a pleasure for me to have you on the show.
Number one, for me to have you on the show.
Yes,
go ahead, please.
The language of Trump is very contemptible and disrespecting the integrity and sovereignty of Nigeria.
Welcome back. I just want you to understand one thing here. All right, Sheikh Gumi is here in this program trying to defend the atrocities of, bandits and terrorists and what have you, trying to make it look like it doesn't really matter. You understand? But before we go in details, before we go in details about this particular video, I want you to pay attention to what I want to share with you. Right? This is a post from Sahara Reporter. They made this publication about the, what Yoruba Union have said. Yoruba Union saying that Yoruba Union condemned Trump's threats. Okay, that the American going to take action and all that. Said Libya, Somalia, others are erroneous. Nigeria won't go that path. It's not as if they actually love Nigerian per se. This post is simply just because a Yoruba man is in power. And that is why I don't like this tribal sentiment and trying to protest one or two things because your brother is in power and what have you. You won't go anywhere. You can't go far with that kind of mentality. Do you understand? And it did not end here. I saw this post as well from Sahara Reporter. This is another post they made. Here you can see Sahara Reporter made this publication. They said Southeasterners mobilized for mass protests in Washington, D.C. to stop Tinubu's delegation. So when the heat, the heat was much on them. People were kind of questioning them, the integrity and all that. Sahara Reporter of all people, show a rest platform. Because, of course, people working there, of course, Yorubas, right? And they deleted that post. They deleted this one and quickly make another post that said, IPOB mobilizes members for mass protests in Washington, D.C. to stop Tinubu's delegation coming to polish Nigeria image. Do you understand? Because tribal issue will not allow them, no matter how educated they appear to be, they will always come out to show this, tribal sentiment, this bigotry and what have you. It's not going to help anyone, not at all. Anybody can decide to do that. If you want to show that you love your tribe more than anything, of course, people can do that as well. Anyway, just tell me what to think about it because I don't want to waste much time on this video. Sheikh Gumi said this. Sheikh Gumi that we're about to talk, go through his post. In 2021, he said, bandits deserve respect. Do you understand? Bandits deserve respect. Can you beat that? Bandits deserve respect. Wow. So do you agree on that? And not only that, they deserve respect, empathy. They have children, families. So you that bandit is a very good job. Just learn how to live with it. So the Sheikh Gumi that made this post have said all manner of nonsensical things in the past. But let's go through this post because one barrister, Darlington, actually challenged him very, very, very well here. And watch.
He called us.
Go ahead, please.
Okay, he called us a disgraced country. He also threatened Nigeria with a military action.
No, but the reason for the military action is because Nigerians, Christians, are being killed in their numbers. I don't know if you're familiar with the data.
So it means he's only concerned with the Christian lives.
Are you not concerned? Are you not concerned about the life?
He is still here defending it, even though the evidence is not something hidden. But yes, he still want to defend it.
He's only concerned with the Christian lives, and he's not concerned with the Muslim lives. No, but Muslims are losing every day to these terrorists.
If we X-ray the statement from President Trump, he said he didn't say he's going to come and kill Muslims. He said he will come and he would wipe out the Islamic jihadists.
No, you see, let's be pragmatic. Let's be pragmatic in what we do. He is specifically showing that he's a vanguard of Christianity and Christians here. That will automatically turn the Muslims against him, even though he's fighting the terrorists. And one thing also, the terrorists.
In other words, what he's trying to tell you, in other words, is that terrorists are our own, even though you think they are fighting against us, they are different from us, they are still one of us. We still feel for them, even though they claim that they are killing them. Does it make any sense to you? Can you just think about it? What is that thing that terrorists are doing that warrant you to show love to them when you say they are burning your mosques and killing your people? Because there's nothing like that. That's why you still have this attached feeling towards them. And you guys are the one funding and sponsoring them. That is why it is easy for you. But this man is actually don't have any shame to hide, or he don't have any reason to deny it. But he's telling you with his full chest, yes, you are doing it and you can't do anything about it.
Because they have been attacking Muslims more. Now, if by any chance he kill anyone terrorist in the name of protecting Christians, they immediately turn their guns directly on the Christians. Let me tell you what's happening. Why they kill Muslims? Let me tell you why they kill Muslims. Let me tell you why they kill Muslims.
Go ahead, please.
You see, these terrorists, I think if you don't know their psychology and you understand them, then you will mess up with them. They are killing Muslims in towns because they say they are revenging for what government or military is doing to them. Since they don't have access to the military, and the military is protecting these Muslims, so I will attack those who are protecting. This is the psychology, this is their mentality.
So is it okay? Is it okay that people are being killed?
Wait, me and you cannot change it. So now if Trump comes says we are going to fight terrorists because they are killing Nigerian lives, it will be a completely different.
Wait. This man is just terrorist marketer. Like he knows how to market terrorism very, very well. Very well.
Issue, but we are specifying that he is coming to protect Christians. This is really very unfortunate, and it shows.
Sheikh, when you say that they are killing Muslims because of what the government is doing to them, what moral ground are they actually operating in Nigeria? Given the fact that we know that they are not even Nigerians. Sometimes we've actually learned that they are foreigners terrorizing
whatever they are, you don't give them an opportunity to cause the havoc. Look like what's happening now in Mali. Look at what's happening in Niger and other places. These people are armed from some places we don't know. Even the former Chief of Defense Staff, he said for 15 years they are fighting Boko Haram, and sometimes they find foreign currencies, euros and dollars in their pockets. So somebody is behind trying to destabilize Nigeria. But what I'm telling you essentially is, for Trump to say he's coming to protect Christians, particularly when Muslims are even dying more, this is the offensive word, and this has called, and this we should.
And these people actually, these people, because he's not the only one, they actually think they're talking to fools. You said that they are killing Muslims more, and somebody said to come and kill those that unalive those that are unaliving you. Do you understand? Like people that are busy taking your life away, and somebody says, okay, I'm coming now to wipe them out. You say, no, if you're coming to wipe them out, don't come as if you are helping Christians. Just say that you are helping Nigeria. If truly they're buying you, you don't have a chance to say that. Like, you'll be very happy because you are already in danger. You should be very happy, for that. And to tell you that this is just well planned, that all this, in my own opinion, this is my opinion, everybody in the north, all these Muslims, especially those politicians, they are all the same thing with terrorists. They are all the same because they are the one funding and supporting them. Look at what Gumi is saying here. This is a man who often meet them in the bush and negotiate with them and chat and laugh with them. And he said he don't know where they come from. He don't know who armed them. So why is it that the only Muslim cleric like you is one that have the right to go and meet them and come back alive? How many Christians have gone there to me? Since it's a national issue that it has nothing to do with Muslim and Christian. How many pastors have visited them to meet them for negotiation? They always go through you as their brother in Islam. That tells you that you guys know everything you're doing. It's not as if it's a national issue that nobody knows, or it's just fall from nowhere, out of nowhere is here. The answer is no. The reason why you can go there in a secret place and come back is because they are your brothers and you know everything about them. They are just your siblings. And anything that happens to them always hurts you because you know them from in and out. You said that they are married, they have children. If you don't know them, how do you know their family members? This guy, they think that they're talking to who I don't understand. I just wait and hope that America will actually take that action. Let's see how you want to turn everywhere upside down. Nigeria is not Mali. Nigeria is not Libya. So this kind of comparison is laughable.
Show this man we are a nation, a sovereign nation, that he should not interfere in our own internal affairs. Yes. But if he's saying he's coming to assist Nigerians, which we have many ways you can assist Nigerians.
Can I have just give me a minute, please? Let me put this out. Let me put this out there, and then we'll take your response, and also take responses from the studio because we have other studio guests in here with us now. From what we understand,
can you see how this man they are dragging this issue? Can you just see how Gumi is dragging it as if, oh, let America not interfere in our internal issue, but you hire the external body through border to commit crime for you. These people, you guys are very, very funny. Anyway, let's continue.
Nigerians are being killed in their numbers. A particular data has it that between October 2023 and September 2024, about 4,788 about that were killed, and out of that number, 3,100 are Christians that have been killed. So, really, does it matter what religion is being killed, or the fact that
he will not give you his own data? He will not. He just said Muslims are killed more, just for saying sake. And the thing is he's not the only one. Many of them are saying the same thing. He's not the only one saying it.
People are being killed, and Nigerians have also asked for support, foreign support. So if the United States will help Nigeria wipe out those that are killing Nigerians in their numbers, shouldn't Nigeria welcome such assistance? Why does it now seem, because you seem to be making it like, because they are coming to assist Christians who cried out, then it's now a war, it's not going to be between Christians and Muslims. Let me take you back to Uromi. What happened in Uromi, where a few individuals who were hunters, who were moving from one state to another, unfortunately, were mistaken to be terrorists, bandits, because they had a few weapons, and they were killed. We saw what happened. There was an outcry in the north. In fact, Governor Monday Okwebolo had to travel to Abuja, had to plead, and then promise to compensate the families of those who were killed. But Christians, Nigerians, have been killed in their numbers, displaced. And this amounts to genocide, really, where people are displaced and people are killed in their numbers, largely for their faith. So, are you not concerned that this might help solve the problem that Nigeria has been dealing with since 2009, the problem of Boko Haram? Shouldn't we be looking for a solution? And if there is one that can be arrived at without without Nigeria's sovereignty being affected, why haven't we gone for that solution, Sheikh?
You just be patient and understand. If it's China coming to say that, people will believe it, because China is not closing into our internal affairs. If it's Russians, people will believe them. But America are not to be liars. They said Saddam Hussein has weapons of mass destruction, and there is none. And they have caused confusion in Iraq, in Libya, and everywhere. So when they said Muslims are killing, or there is massacre of Muslims like Christians in Nigeria, from which side? They didn't specify whether it is the government or whether it is the Muslims that are doing it, or even if Christians are targeted. Whatever it is, if Americans can cure and eliminate the terrorists, I will welcome it myself. But I know they cannot.
Okay, when you say they cannot, let me
tell you. Okay. They have fought 20 years in Afghanistan. They could not finish them. Afghanistan is in Syria now. This same thing. And this terrorist, you see, it's not easy to just come and drop bombs here and there and think you will finish them. They have infiltrated the society, so it's going to cause more damage. More Muslims and more Christians will be killed if America would drop a bomb in Nigeria. I'm telling you this. You can take it for a record. So what we are trying to avoid, we are going to even compound it. Look, myself, I have been trying to
open threat. You can hear the open threat. You can hear the open threat. Very, very easy. That America, if the American drop anything like that, they will do this and do that. The question to this man is, imagine that Christians are the one buying people like this. Would this man be saying what he's saying now? I don't think so. He would have changed his statement, but he wanted to believe him because he's a Muslim, because they know how to inflict fear. Once they plant fear, you cannot think for yourself.
See how we can pacify these people. I've been going to see how we can pacify these people and redirect them, because they are human beings. They listen and reason. But if you say you want to use force against force, then you will compound the problem and make the thing dirty. If Nigerian army, which has been very active in many hotspots, cannot deal with this issue for 18 years, for 15 years with Boko Haram, and now the bandits, and to me, the bandits are even more vicious, because
you said something about Nigerian army not being able to do something about it for some time now. You have been the person, or rather, news have actually carried it, that you more like mediate or serve as an intermediary between them and the government, and that actually has sparked quite reaction among Nigerians. What can you tell us to be, some of the good points or flashpoints of your, interaction or discussion with them, especially when you had to get into the bush? The other time we're talking about giving them amnesty and all that. Yes.
You see, just to entice them to leave their weapons. You see, one thing good about it is, you see, you don't treat a disease without diagnosis. If a doctor can diagnose a disease, even if it's cancer, he will know how to manage it. So the good thing about it is, now before we are fighting a phantom, we don't know something is fighting us, coming to take us. We don't know that person. Now, by going to talk with them and sit down with them and to hear their grievances and understand their psychology, so we are able now to contain the problem. Now Kaduna is relatively safe. I can say you don't hear any more mass killings now in Kaduna, because we understand their psychology, and the governor is cooperating. We are talking to them, and they are keeping their weapons. They are not fighting. They're still on the weapons. They hold the weapons. But you see, this is a small, gradual process in which slowly we will civilize them. We will take away their weapons and let them go to good citizens. So this is it. It has to be systemic. But for America to come and start bombing in northern Nigeria, I'm telling you, the question.
Let's bring this conversation to
people who have sympathy for the bandits.
Oh, let's bring this conversation to the studio. Barrister Darlington, with you. I mean, you've been following this conversation, of course, what Sheikh have just said. From your perspective, first off, what's your general review of this statement from the U.S. government? Plus, from all that has been said thus far, is it clear right now that Nigeria seems to be negotiating with these bandits and terrorists in clear view of what, of course, the opposition would want to put up?
Thank you, David. It is unfortunate that we are going through this route. Seriously. It's unfortunate that America is even pitying us. America is angry with what is going on here. For God's sake, how can a group of people call themselves bandits and they are holding Nigeria to ransom? Where is it done? Can such a thing happen in America? That is why this man, Trump, is angry with us. This type of thing can never happen anywhere. And look at how we are trying to pamper them. Look at Moses. On a more serious note, they said anybody who go to the bush and fetch anti-infested firewood is calling for lizard to come for a party in his house. If we have not allowed these people to come into Nigeria, will anybody be talking to us? Are we going to become a number in the CPC? But because we allow this thing, and leaders, from the beginning, they were tolerating this voice. Moses, on what ground will anybody, any leader in Nigeria, allow from the north or south, go outside and bring terrorists into Nigeria?
Pastor, do you have faith in the approach being carried out so far to assuage their temper?
It's a lie. No. Hold on. Somebody in this country once told us that there are good and bad bandits. I'll take my dictionary. I didn't see where they wrote these are good bandits and these are bad bandits. I don't know what that is. Somebody told us that they are their boss, that if anybody should attack them, they will not vote for that person. In this country, somebody told us that yes, that if government does not answer to them, there will be no peace in Nigeria. Mostly these things are statement that was made for a man who claimed to be patriotic, a statesman. Is that how to solve the problem? You are pampering these boys, you are making them to become so bold. What audacity do they even have to attack anybody in Nigeria? For what? No, hold on. These other people, especially from the southeast, who have been fighting for themselves, do they look for government subsidy? No, do they want for government to pamper them? No, these other people that are fighting for struggling to survive in Nigeria. Why must a group of people now tell us that we must answer them? They are this, psychological, this and this. These other Nigerians that are holding peaceful agitation, peaceful nature, peaceful businesses. I don't know Nigerians. Okay. So if all of us become bandits, what will happen to us, Moses? Hold on. If all of us become bandits, will Nigeria exist? You can see how we clearly bring problem into ourselves and we are now blaming America. How can anybody be
wouldn't America's involvement affect the sovereignty of Nigeria?
Sorry?
Wouldn't America's involvement affect the sovereignty of Nigeria?
I know that it involves terrorism. Terrorism in one state is terrorism all over the world. You remember at a point, America had to place a travel ban on some countries where terrorists are really sway. You remember? Good. That will tell you that.
So you are in support of America invading Nigeria. 100%. Guns are blazing.
I said 100%. Since the government has refused to listen, and leaders are not even helping matters.
Wouldn't that affect the sovereignty of Nigeria? That's a question I'm asking. You now have a sovereignty where terrorists are not telling you what to do, Abi. You now have a sovereignty where terrorists are on the dining table with government, telling government what to do, and leaders are supporting it in Moses. That will be my annoyance. Why would anybody utter such words? These are things you should frown at. Who brought them into Nigeria? Was Nigeria like this in 1999? Moses, please be sincere to yourself. Who brought them into Nigeria? What are they doing here? Why are they not in Ghana? Why are they not in the Republic of Benin? Please, why are they not in South Africa? You can see, we forgot the genesis of our problem and we are blaming America. Let them come. If that will solve the problem. Since you people don't know what to do, let them come and help us. And look at now, as I'm talking to you now, almost
almost 20 villages have been taken over in Plateau and Benue. Moses, who are those to occupy those villages? Are they Christians? The real indigenous of those states are not in IDP camp, and they are the farmers in Nigeria. Can you beat that? And yet, everybody is not talking.
Also, do you think if America gets involved and then come to, in quote now, save Christians in Nigeria, do you think it will lead to an unrest between Christian and Muslim, like the Sheikh has said? It might let Muslims turn against Christians.
We have tolerated enough. We have taken enough from these people. Leah Sharibu, as I talk to you now, a young girl is now in what? Captivity because of her religion. Moses, have you seen any Christian group that have kidnapped any Muslim girl because of her faith? Yet we kept quiet. Have you talked? Did you say anything? Somebody woke up one day. Sheikh, I told her that Tinubu's wife should be killed because she's a Christian. That God told him to kill Tinubu's wife. I'm talking of provocative statements that can cause problems. Yet we kept quiet. Moses, did you hear that? Did you say anything? Is it not hard to show tolerance?
Okay.
So why can't our Muslim brothers do the same thing? So that Nigeria will live in peace.
Before we come, sorry please, I want you to land on your thoughts.
Yes, let them do the same thing and see whether this place whether America will even look at us, not to talk of placing it on CPC. That's what we're saying here. It is because of the actions and statements of leaders that have caused the problem. They should not deny it. Yet they still want to blame us for what they have caused. They still want to blame us to Moses. How do you take that? Is that not very short? You are talking of America insulting, but you insulted us. When you told us that except you are doing with the bandits, there will be no peace in Nigeria. Moses, can you beat that? And because of this statement, that's why Saudi Arabia could not tolerate you. They declared you persona non grata. Saudi Arabia, the seat of Islamic Caliphate. They could not tolerate you. But here, you tell us all manner of things, you do all manner of things, and you get away with it.
All right, before we take contributions from Barrister Adams Atta, let me go back to Sheikh Gumi. Sheikh Gumi, are there? Okay, I understand that he has left the conversation. Yeah, let's come to him now.
All right, for me, I think nobody celebrates failure except Nigerians. And that's why you see people ignoring and romancing with the government. The government is behind what you are saying today. And I welcome what is coming from the United States of America. I agree with Donald Trump. When you have failed to put your house in order, you give room for outsiders to come.
I agree with Donald Trump.
Yes, I agree with
guns
passion, like 5/10. I don't support military invasion.
So why do you have that
because I know this country is a very peculiar country. If you invade this country with force, you see that religion is going to set in, tribalism is going to set in. A lot of people are hibernating.
The question I'm asking is, why should that be a problem? Why should there be some religious uprising? Because what America is saying is that they will attack the Islamic terrorists. Do you think they don't have the means to identify who is a terrorist and who is just a Muslim? You think they don't have the means? Why should Nigerians be concerned that if terrorists that are causing insecurity in Nigeria are attacked, it will cause bigger problem, religious crisis in Nigeria? Why are we that concerned?
Let me give you a very peculiar situation.
Okay.
Don't we have Christians in the western parts of the country? Do we experience that? No. That's the more reason they need to be diplomatic. By that statement, we are coming to attack terrorists in Nigeria. It's a different ballgame when you mention we are coming to attack the Muslim terrorists.
Islamic jihadists.
Is a very specific statement.
Do we have other
apparently
groups in Nigeria?
Saying, considering the antecedents of how Americans have gone to other parts of the world, and they have failed. They have gone to Afghanistan, they have failed. They're left with heavy problem in that other part of the world.
That was like a logical problem.
And then, whether we like it or not, they went there, they failed. They went to Afghanistan, they failed. They went to Libya, they failed. We look at all these antecedents, and then considering the fact that this country is just a growing country, it's a developing country, I agree with the provisions of the Constitution, particularly Section 10 of the Constitution, that states that no state shall adopt state religion. But you see that some parts of about 10 states in the north, they have not even for a long time ago, for more than 20 years now, is now the part and parcel of their system. And then you see that the government will continue to pamper these people. They are ignoring and romancing with them on a daily basis. It's wrong. And I also agree with President Donald Trump to an extent. I love what is happening because it's putting more pressure on President Bola Ahmed Tinubu. Because if you look at the build-up towards the election that ushered in the late President Muhammadu Buhari and others, you see series of statements from President Bola Ahmed Tinubu. There is a lot of pressure on the then President what is it called? Jonathan. Heaven will fall. Jonathan is running the kindergarten, this government, this and that. The same person is in power now.
Interesting you mentioned this. In 2014, some governors went to the United States of America to complain about genocidal, well, that wasn't the word used there, but complain about Christians being killed in Nigeria in their numbers in 2014. Why didn't we see that as a problem? Why is it a problem now that Christians are crying out that they are being killed in Nigeria? It wasn't a problem in 2014, just before elections. The figures at that time are even higher than what we've experienced in the first half of this year. Why was it
It's not the same people. They are using it for political reasons. Is it not the same Bola Ahmed that led the team then? He led the team, used a social media forum for their selfish interests. And that is a government that demolished Jonathan administration and then usher in the then president.
Has any desire to end what is going on now?
The government have failed. If you ask me to rate this government, I will rate them 0/10 in all aspects. Is it a government that is bent on inflicting hardship on Nigerians? Is that the government? Is it a government that failed to protect?
Anyway, my people, we can go on and on with this, but no matter how long you spend talking about the failure and everything in Nigerian government and the system, you cannot just take away the fact that they know what they're doing. They're actually enabling this kind of thing to continue happening. So everything is going the way they want. I don't want the video to be too long. Please make sure you like it if you want to think about it. God bless you and see you again. Bye-bye for now. Take care of yourself.